Why am I crooked? Hi, Jordan Long here, and today I'm doing a YouTube live stream. Probably the second time I've actually done a live stream here. Well, not including the Google Hangout the Google Hangouts. Now, right now there isn't anybody on here, but let's get started because let's begin because I think that some will eventually come in. Now, if you read the name of the movie, it's called Being Censored. And yes, censored is a European italic Latin borrowed word. Nah, I'm not being censored for true, you know. Yeah, you're being censored. Oh yeah, I'm being censored. Tell me how. Well, you can't talk about being censored. You know, you can't do that. Yeah. You know, I should have mentioned it in What If I Was a YouTube Partner movie, but I didn't. So apparently I'm being censored. There are certain things I can't say and I can't do. I'm not making it up. Apparently, my godmother Zena has named somebody to be a censorer, someone to decide what Casca Capital Group thinks is good and bad for my YouTube channel. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm following the community guidelines and the terms of service of YouTube, but apparently ever since I sold Jordan Long Productions and stuff, yeah, there's been a lot of changes made to it. And Gabe and my godmother Zena have made a lot of different changes to it. So I'm being censored again. Yeah, you are. You know, your godmother Zena and Gabe put me in charge, put me in power to make sure you don't make a fool out of yourself. Make sure you don't make a dummy out of yourself and do something that's wrong. Well, I'm following the YouTube community guidelines and the YouTube terms of service. Yeah, well, you should. Yeah, not good. You know, people always talk about, they say how censorship is evil, it's bad, it's wrong, and it should not be at all. But in some cases, censorship is good, but in some cases it isn't. You know, the fight that most men and women come up with is once you start censoring things, where do you stop? Where do you decide what is right and wrong to say and do? When it comes to the foreseer or the far speaker, yes, there is a lot of what you can and can't say and you can't do. You know, for example, if you ever watched Jerry Springer or you ever watched Marty Freeman, a reason, okay, well, you will find that a lot of people on there use curse words. Okay, they might have the right to say them, but it's not right to say it on the foreseer. Now, regardless of that, when it comes to books and other forms of book craft, being censored is mostly not so much being censored as what's right to book and what's not right to book. What's right to forlaid and can't forlaid. Yeah, you're being censored again. Why? Because you're talking about how censorship is evil, bad, and wrong. Well, tell my godmother Zena, and you tell Gabe that I don't need to be censored. Yes, I know. People might say, wait a minute. Isn't that Stephen Richards from his time when he was the leader of the WWE team, Right to Censor, when he was the censorer of the WWF, now WWE, starting from June of 2000 AD until April 2001 AD? Yeah, when he was the only censorer to ever be in that position. Yes. Yeah, that was him. Anyway, regardless of all that, apparently I got one man or woman on, but they haven't said nothing. Which is, I guess they got nothing to say. So right now, Jordan says, I think that my godmother Xena and Gabe shouldn't be censoring what I say and do. I mean, it's not like I've ever done anything wrong as far as the YouTube community guidelines and the YouTube terms of service are concerned. I'm pretty good. But Casca Capital Group has to have their say on everything. Yeah, and you're not allowed to find wrong with Casca Capital Group or with Xena Pappas Casca or Gabe Casca, okay? Now I know Xena's your godmother and Gabe's whatever he is to you, but you can't say that. Steven, why you gotta do that for? Now I got two people watching me now. Now, what most people think that censorship, when most people think of censorship, yeah, there's all different types of forms of it, but they all think it's evil. You know? And, well, it all depends. If censorship is being used to cover up or to, keep some type of bad, evil, or wrong act or misdeed under wraps, then yeah, I think it would be evil at that point. But if censorship is being done to keep things that might not be right to do or say on the foreseer or on the far speaker, then I would say it's okay. But there are men and women out there who think that nothing should be checked. Everything should just be done the way it is, that nobody should make sure that everything should be said. Like on YouTube, you have haters who think that they can say whatever they want. They don't think it through. They just say anything they want to say. And you also got men and women both in daily life who don't think what they say. They just say whatever's on their mind. And as long as they have right to free speech, it's fine. They'll say it. But does it still make it right to do? I mean, you still got to think before you say. I mean, of course, I have the right to say a lot of bad or evil or mean things, but I don't. Because I don't want to hurt others' feelings or, so I don't. Even though according to the right to free speech, I have the right to say it. But apparently, there you go again, throwing that out. Jordan, you gotta stop it. Why am I being censored? Why does my godmother Xena think I need to be censored? Why does Gabe need to think I need to be censored? Because you do. That's why. They think you need to be censored. Yeah. Do you even know where that's a borrowed word? It's a European Italic Latin borrowed word that got borrowed into European Germanic English. Yeah. But is there a European Germanic English word for it? Keeping it under wraps. Being good. Being right. But of course you're being wrong, bad, evil. Yeah. Now I got one thumb up and 3 people, 3 men and women watching, but I don't know who they are. Could somebody forlayed something, book words on my movie, so I know who they are, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, I'm starting to get pissed off here, getting angry, mad, and wrath that I'm being censored here. I mean, I don't like it. But the point of the movie is, like, a lot of men and women think that it doesn't. Hi, Jordan. It is a sensitive under wraps. I'm glad that somebody has the bold to talk about it. Yeah, I know. It's a very, very, it's a very earnest under wrap, very underwarp, and that I have the bold to talk about it. I don't know how much bold I have to talk about it. I mean, I don't really got that much bold to talk about it. If I was bold, then I would basically say that I would say and do things that would violate community guidelines or terms of service, and I'm not bold to do that. Okay. I'm not so bold about it. I'm afraid of copyright. Yeah, I guess you got to be bold to actually do fair use. And I'm not actually bold. No, you're not. You ain't bold. Don't even say you are bold. There ain't nothing bold about it. Your godmother, Xena, thinks that you gotta be overseen. Does she? Well, tell my godmother, Xena, that I don't need to be overseen. I'm 34 years old. I've been doing this YouTube channel for at least about 5 years. Yeah, maybe I did sell my movie business, Jordan Long Productions, over to Casa Capital Group. But tell Gabe and Xena that I know what I'm doing. Yeah, well, say one more bad thing, and I'll go tell them now to end it. I'm not bold. Not at all. You know, if I was bold, I'd be a YouTube partner. But I'm not bold. I'm not bold when it comes to that. The reason why I'm not a YouTube partner is kind of a sense of worrying about, being wrong. Well, there's also, there's also a thing known as being advertiser friendly. Something I don't really got to worry about since I'm not a YouTube partner. But since it'd be like that, yeah, you're running away everybody who wants to invest in Casa Capital Group. Everybody wants to try to make the subsidiary Jordan Long Productions work. You're costing your godmother, Xena, and Gabe Weirgill every time you do it. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. And one more time, I'm going to tell you, Jordan, one more time, and I'm going to end it. I will hit the end stream button. It will be done. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I guess I'll say something in here. You probably want me to write something back, so I'll do it. Yeah, so much for me being bold. Look, I have no control over that. I had problems running my business, and then I sold it to my godmother, Xena, and Gabe. It became a subsidiary of Casa Capital Group, and now they decide what I can and can't do. And it doesn't matter if I'm following the community guidelines of YouTube or the terms of service of YouTube, Well, I didn't actually make a movie talking about Big Van Vader dying, but I was, but Queen Beryl did on the Sailor Moon Tube 11. But I was surprised since he went through heart surgery. God made it successful. Everything was going good, and it turned out, I guess, it was just God decided it was just Big Van Vader, Leon White, Big Baby Bull, Vader's time to go. I was surprised too, especially when Big Van Vader and Roman Reigns were involved in a wrestling fight in the TWF. Well, of course. So that's what I thought about it. Pretty sad. You know what, Jordan? No one wants to hear about people who die, okay? They want to hear about death, don't hear about war, anything like that. You know what? I'm sick of this. You always want to tell me what I can and can't do. I want my godmother, Xena, or Gabe to tell me exactly, why they want to have you censoring me. Because you don't know any better. Well, I've been in good standing with community guidelines for at least, 5 years of YouTube, and the same thing in terms of service. Oh, yeah, I'm not a YouTube partner, and I have no desire to be one. Keep it up. What do you think about Gabe, and what do you think about my godmother, Xena, and the fact they have Stephen Richards censoring me? I mean, what do you think about it? Point is, to this movie, censorship or well, I guess you could say cover up, but that's not even what it is. More like, but the point is that a lot of, if there's a European dramatic English word for it, I don't know, keeping it under wraps, but that implies like hiding something. I think that if it's like, if you're trying to keep some type of evil, bad or wrong deed, under wraps, then that type of censorship isn't good. But if you're trying to, I don't know, like if it's like on the far seer, on the far speaker, and bookcraft, I can kind of understand what might be okay to forlade and what might not be okay to forlade. What's okay to show and not okay to show. So I get that. But I guess what some men and women are always concerned about is how far censorship goes. I guess they're concerned about what should or should not be. Well, that's a Well, what do you think about my godmother Xena and what she's doing to me? Well, yeah, what do you think about my godmother Xena having been censored? Okay, you want to say one more thing about her? We can call her right now on the phone. She's actually helping out at a Habitat for Humanity right now. We can always call her on the phone, pull her away from her common good, so she could talk to you about why I'm here overseeing you. Yeah, go do that. Maybe I have to book the words in myself. No one seems to actually be, I got 4 people, but only 3 thumbed it up. No one actually seems to be saying anything about it. I gotta book it in. What do you think of my godmother Xena? Well, someone wrote down and said, "Hey Jordan, this is interesting stuff." Yeah. My godmother Xena and Gabe, well, mostly my godmother Xena is having someone censor me. And I wonder what people think about her censoring me. But of course, no one's answering that question. I don't know. Because I sold my business, Jordan Long Productions, to Casa Capital Group, and Xena and her husband Gabe think that the subsidiary would run better if someone was censoring me and telling what I can and can't do. Because apparently, it make it look bad if people try to invest in it. Apparently, she thinks that what I say and do is evil, bad, and wrong. You want to say some more shit about her? This is the reason why. This is the reason why. If you did not want all this being done, you shouldn't have sold it over then. You know what? Fuck you. Yeah, no, I know I'm gonna be in a bind now. I know my godmother Xena is gonna talk to me about this. I know Gabe's gonna tell me about that. I'm gonna be in some bind now. Yeah, you're in a bind. I'm gonna call her right now, and this show's gonna be over. Yeah, I really screwed up, didn't I? So because I didn't know how to manage it right. I was losing wear guilt on it. I had problems doing payroll, problems when it came to taxes, so I had to sell it. That's why. So anyway, the point of censorship is that there are good and bad. And I guess there could be good and bad censorship. Everybody seems to think it's a bad thing, but it's also a good thing too if it's done in the right way. Unlike all the Royal Rumbles, you know. I talked with Cena. You're in trouble. You're in a bind. You don't hit me. You know what? I'm going to end it now. I'm going to hit that button and I'm going to end it. No, you're not. I want Godmother Xena herself to tell me they're ending it, not you. She gave me the power and I'm ending it. The point is that this is how it'd be like if I was a YouTube partner. I forgot to include that in my What If I Was a YouTube Partner movie. Is I would be censored when it came to advertisers, and then I would lose monetization on certain movies if I was a YouTube partner, but I'm not. Okay? Well, tell my Godmother Xena that. Yeah, tell my Godmother Xena that. She's the one that's going to end it. What do you think about my Godmother Xena and her doing this to me? And you misspelled her name wrong. You misspelled Miss Kuska's name wrong. It's Zexa. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Supposed to turn one of those community channel parodies, and now it's just going other warps. You don't want her, trust me. She's, you know. That was Stephen Richards, my censorer. Not my Godmother Xena. You know. You know. You want to talk to her? The fox? What do you mean, where's the fox? I don't get it. I don't understand. What do you mean about the fox? Like, what happened to the fox? What fox are we talking about? Yeah, I don't know. He's around. Huston was my godmother's former husband. Okay? My godmother, Xena, was wedlocked twice. Once to Boreas Korsky and once to Huston Crawford. No, I think I got to talk to her. Yes. Jordan, did you smack Stephen Richards? Yeah, he was censoring me. Well, tell him to tell you you're allowed to talk about what you're allowed to talk about. As long as you're not going, not opposing community guidelines of YouTube in terms of service. I just talked to my godmother Xena, and she told me that Stephen Richards isn't supposed to censor me for if I'm not saying something that's wrong. No, my godmother Xena's not evil. She's a good woman. My godmother Zena told you gotta stop censoring me. As long as I don't do anything that violates community guidelines of YouTube in terms of search of YouTube. You know. So why don't you just go away? You know what? I'm just gonna find somebody else. Steven, you leave her alone. Yes, Miss Koska. Well, yeah. You know. Well, another thing that I'm going to probably say, but it's going to probably come off bad, is that my godmother, Zena, you know, she's married to her third husband, Gabe, but she has a boyfriend that she sees behind his back. Yeah, he is the bad guy in it. You know? Now, I talked with Zena and she said that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do. You know, I talked with her and she said that you're not allowed to hit me. And I can do whatever I want to do. You're just a subsidiary head now. So yeah, I'm being censored now. You know, as it goes. Do you want my godmother Zena? Do you want to? Well, I don't know. Do you want me to? Well, Ernest. Well, actually, my mother Zena has a lot of. My godmother Zena had a lot of kids. With her first husband, Barise, it was Ernest, Joxer, Amarise, Gabrielle, Hope, and Solon. Then with Poston, it was Eve, Sarah, Zenos, and Osmond. And then with Gabe, well, she's pregnant right now. And Debin, and you know what? No, Dylan not going to come out until about September. They're around. So you want to see her or not? No, they don't want to say that. Oh, so you're saying shit about her already, Jordan. Don't be saying stuff about her. I didn't say anything bad about my godmother, Zena. Yeah, you are. You unlooking her again. No, I'm not. We're going to end it right here, Jordan, because it's supposed to be a community channel. But you can't do that right. Yeah, you're right. I can't do that shit right. Well, here's a question right here before I end them. Here's a question right here. If what I do, is it fair use or is it copyright? Like, are my movies mine? Or since I didn't actually get all, I didn't file it as copyright, so I guess it's my word against somebody else's word. But the truth is, I don't give a shit about my copyright. Somebody could take this movie and re-upload it. I wouldn't care. Because since it's my word against their word. It's not your copyright anymore. It's actually Gabe and Zena's copyright. So it's not yours anymore. You know, that's real nice. That's real nice. So there's something else you want to add? Something else about it? No, he's just a censorer who works for Casa Capital Group. who oversees all the things I do, at least starting today for some reason on YouTube, for some point on YouTube live stream. My godmother Zena put him in charge. You know. And before I end this movie, what do you think about my godmother Zena? Even though she's wedlocked to Gabe, she's seeing her boyfriend behind his back. What do you think about that? Oh, that does it. Now you're going to make up stuff about her. Now you're going to make up things about her. I'm not making up things about her. Yeah, well, now you're making up things about her. Is Steven giving you a hard time again? No. Yeah, my godmother Zena is wealthy. Well, she wasn't always wealthy. She wedlocked Gabe Koska. And then after that, that's when she became wealthy. See, Gabe is the chairman and chief executive officer of Koska Capital Group. And my godmother Zena is the president and chief operating officer of Koska Capital Group. Oh, you mean that stuffed dragon I had once? No, I think that was a one-time thing. I guess I could pull him in there again. Yeah, I know that movie you're talking about. But nobody's asking the one question that I'm asking about. What do you think about my godmother Zena? What she's doing to me? Well, I've been pregnant 30, at least 34 or 35 times, and I've had abortions. Yeah, well, you know what? You're not supposed to say stuff like that. You know, that's wrong. You're not supposed to be talking about stuff like that, Jordan. You know? You better not talk about stuff like that. That's wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I only been pregnant 33 times, you know, or 34 times, and I had 34 abortions. And I know there's some people out there who don't like that, some men and women who think it should be outlawed, and no matter the point to doing it, they automatically say that it's slaying, it's, you know, you're doing evil, you know, someone who probably would, you know. Not good. Sometimes I'm happy about my abortions, you know, and sometimes I'm not. But actually, I'm probably happy about my abortion since I wouldn't be a good mother anyway. You know, I wouldn't have the time or the resources or the weird guilt or anything to raise a child. You know, I'd probably lose a child. And it's like, whoa, you did all these things wrong, but the only thing you did right was love, and that was it. Oh, so now you're going to talk about that crap now. Okay? You better stop talking about that stuff. Make me. You know what? I will. Keep it up and see what happens. Point is, my godmother Zena is pregnant again, and she's 54. See, my mother gave my godmother a spell that made her pregnant, at 54. Who's, yeah, well, thank you. Who's TNT? Who's Turner Network Television? Oh. Well, my godmother Zena censoring me again. If you hadn't toned in, Stephen Richards been censoring me for things. Because you were talking about your abortions. You were talking stuff about your godmother Zena and Gabe you shouldn't have been talking about. Well, my godmother Zena told you to leave I could do what I want. No. Yeah, she did. She did. She told me to not tell you what you can and can't do since you sold Jordan Long Productions across the Capital Group. Well, what if I talk to Zena and Gabe and when they tell you a different story? I already talked with her. Yeah, she told you, Stephen, to leave me alone. And when she comes home, I'll let her know you were doing shit to me. What did you say? Zena sounds like she's a little hoe? Why would you say that about my godmother? Why would you say that about my godmother, Zena, for? Why would you say that about her? Yeah. Why would you say that about my godmother, Zena? Why would you say that she was a hoe? Why'd you say that for? How about show? Sean Carley or someone said that. Yeah, she is. She is. But then people are starting shit about her. It's not true. That's not true. She's not doing that. People say shit about her. Some men and women don't like her since since Gabe married her, wedlocked her. So they make up stuff about her. And that's one of the things they've been trying to make up about her because they don't like her. Anytime you become name known, your foes start coming out of the woodwork. They don't like her, so they're going to make up stories about her, being, going behind Gabe's back and stuff. It ain't true. Yeah, it's Xena, Warrior Princess Xena Pappas. Yeah, because even Xena, my godmother Xena and Gabe started talking about the story about coming out about, she had a boyfriend behind his back, and Xena said it's horse shit. She was always faithful to Gabe. And Gabe said he believed her. He knew it was. He didn't know who was coming out with it. He didn't know who was saying this shit. Yeah, well, guess what? She's coming home from helping out at Habitat for Humanity. So you can actually see her herself. Or maybe she'll get her on the plane phone. Did she go there on her own with Gabe, or is she on a walrus? I don't know. How about we talk with her? Hi, godmother Xena. Stephen Richards is messing with me. I know you named him my censorer, but now he's saying that everything I say is wrong, bad, and evil. And you need to tell him off. She wants to talk to you. Yeah, Xena. Yes, Miss Kuska. I understand. Yes. You know, I know you named me the censorer to decide what Jordan was saying is right, is wrong, bad, or evil. But I'm doing my job. What, you want me to back off? Well, she's talking about stuff we shouldn't be talking about. Things that the foes of Kuska Capital Group will use against us. Things that Time Magazine and People's Magazine wouldn't want to parade. And things the tabloids will say. What? You're okay with what she's saying? And you want me to back off? The Undertaker. Yeah. And he's just like Xena. There's many similarities. Many similarities. To all you out, so I'll give you examples. My godmother Xena, there's my god sister Gabrielle. And okay, you know, there's Undertaker, Paul Bear, there's Xena and Gabrielle, and then you know the Undertaker has, you know, Ted DiBiase trying to get him to be evil again, just like Ares trying to get Xena to be evil again. Yeah. But the point is, some men and women out there might not see all those similarities out there. You know, like also not other they might not see all the other similarities. Like there would be Bray Wyatt and Alt T, you know, Xena having binds without T, and then you know Undertaker having his fight with Bray Wyatt, or the Undertaker with Mankind, like there was Xena and Kalisto. Well, point is, okay, I talked with her, and she told me that not to tell you what you can't say, what you can't do on YouTube. And it was my father who originally introduced me to wrestling when I was real younger. I think I probably started watching wrestling at least when I was in 1990, probably. Maybe 1988, I'm going to say. Me and my younger sister Jay been into wrestling. My father was the one that, you know, kind of got me into it. And then, well, you do know that my godmother Xena is a big wrestling fan. So is Gabe. My god brothers Ernest and Joxer are. My god sisters Amarise, Gabrielle, and Hope are. Solon, I think he was before he died. And my god sisters Sarah and Eve and Sarah are. And I think as far as Xena's and Osmond are, but my god brothers. You want to ask me how Xena became my godmother? Yeah, like most, yeah. Yeah, we all would like to know how Xena became your godmother. You know, we'd love to know that, Jordan. And it wasn't for the fact that you were Godkin, I could do more to you. But my hands are tied. Yeah, I guess you can't really do nothing, Steven. Your hands are tied. You unlook me, and I'll go tell my godmother Xena and tell Gabe, and you'll be out of a job. They'll just get some other censorer to come in then. It said, are there planned matches like between the Undertaker and Yokozuna? Are you meaning like similarity? Well, like the Undertaker and Yokozuna had their fights from 1993 AD up till 1994 AD, of course, as far as the coffin matches were concerned. Well, now there was Xena and Goliath. And since The Undertaker and Yokozuna were actually friends in daily life, Xena and Goliath were friends. Well, also Xena and Godzilla were friends too, but they're doing different days. So there I get to the similarity there. I only have a small coffin. I don't got a big one. It's a very small one that I can only put like original figures in, you know. I mean, the last time The Undertaker... Well, you should ask Xena about all this stuff. She's the one that runs the TWF and the CWF, not me. But, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Well, you know what? It's over. You have unlooked me for the last time. I'm turning this off. No, you're not. Yes, I am, Jordan. You're nothing more than a knockoff of the Community Channel. Hell, you're a knockoff of whatever, of Anna Chia. Jordan, you're not even good enough. Tell the truth, Jordan. You're the only more than a knockoff of the Community Channel. Yeah, now you're one of my haters now. Yeah, well, Godmother Xena gave me the power and I can end it. You know? Well, I don't know what to say, Jordan said. I really don't know what to say at this point. I think... Yes, I like WCW. I felt it was good. You know. The Carnival Wrestling Federation pretty much was just like that. You know, it was Southpaw Regional Wrestling LLC, the Tadu's Company, Starlight Music, Wayne Enterprises, and finally Casa Capital Group. And they were all the ones that own it now. Well, I think, my God, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Well, here's the hat that normally came with me, and I hardly ever wear it. Because like it's too stereo. Here's one of the hat I normally wear. But I normally don't wear it because I think it makes me look like I'm, like, you know. But that's usually the hat I wear. But I haven't worn it in some time. Yeah, it is. I think she might be coming now. You think she's going to be coming? Yeah. And she's going to back me up. Well. Jordan, how is everything? Everything's okay, Godmother Xena, but Stephen Richards been censoring me. I know you named him to be my censorer, but now he's going, he's abusing he's going around saying everything I say is bad, evil, and wrong. I want to talk with him, Jordan. I want to talk with him. Stephen, we need to talk. Miss Koska. Yeah, that is Miss Koska to you. Your boss. And I'm here to tell you that I named you Censored, subsidiary head of the Jordan Long production subsidiary. But now you're you're micromanaging her. You are overseeing her too much. You know what? Back off. You decide, but you tell me, and I'm telling you what she's doing is okay. Don't mess with her. I told you what I wanted you to do. Only censor her when things get really bad. And so far, things haven't gotten bad. You know, there's a thing called free speech. And even though YouTube's all fucked up and been fucked up for years, I think the community guidelines and the terms of service would be okay with this. Ain't no YouTube partner. It has to be, so leave her alone. Yes, Miss Kuska, I understand. If you do this shit again, I will fire you. Thank you, Godmother Zena. You're welcome, Jordan. You're welcome. Now I gotta go now. Oh, bloody. I have to deal with this bloody shit. Yeah, my godmother Zena was in there. You know. I do have Oscar's figure. I do got Oscar's dog. I got both of them. And Oscar's been in some of my movies. Yes, she is. But yes, she is. You know? Yes, she is. She's not in a good mood. You know? Well, you got her mad at me, Jordan. You know, if you weren't her goddaughter, I don't know what I would do. But you know what? It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. You know what? If it wasn't her goddaughter, you weren't her goddaughter, what I would do. Yeah, what would you do, Stephen? If I wasn't her goddaughter, what would you do? You don't know what I would do. But the point is, I thought I told you to. Maybe one more has to come in and are you still messing with her, Steven? Well, I'll go have to fix this up. All right. So, Jordan, what's going on? Stephen Richards still messing with me, and Zena already told him not to do it. You know what, Stephen Richards? That's enough. My wife Zena has told you not to mess with our goddaughter Jordan. Not to mess with her goddaughter Jordan. Okay? You can't listen to what we tell you to do. You can't follow the rule. You can't do anything. You're fired. Fuck! Well, looks like that's the end of my movie now. Steven Richards been fired. You know. Well, I only have the Asuka and WNXT one, and Asuka when she was leaving NXT to go to Raw one. I don't have the WrestleMania 34 one. No, I don't. And I guess that's all I'm gonna say there. You know, I gotta go. You know, I gotta go now. Thank you everybody for watching my live stream. I'm Jordan Law, and I'll see you later. No, I don't. Okay? I don't have no kids. Okay? I got pregnant for 34, 35 pregnancies, and I had abortions. So no, I don't have no kids. At least none that lived. Actually, Casper actually was my god sister Gabrielle's son, but he actually died. You know, because she had a miscarriage. You know, that's yeah, that's basically what happened. You know, but it was it was like I don't know. You know. Well, before I go, what do you think about my godmother Xena being pregnant again at 54? Yeah. Well, she's happy for that. No, she's happy. It was my mother who gave her a cheese spell, gave her a pregnancy spell that worked. Basically, how to say I want a baby, and ate some zucchini, and I had a lot of sex, and that's how it happened. Well, that's no. Apparently, she was going through menopause, but apparently she was still fertile. And the cheese spell that my mother gave her, God made work, and also gave it his part too. You know. Well, before I leave, she actually got pregnant when she had menopause. She was in menopause and she got pregnant. So it is what it is. So that's it. Thank you all for being here on my live stream. I'm Jordan Law, and I see. And well, no, before I go, there's one more little thing that that my godmother Xena wants me to tell all you. Yeah, that she was going through menopause, but she was still fertile. But she wanted to have one more kid. So my mother gave her a utility spell, a pregnancy spell that God made work. Okay, she had to eat zucchini and say she wanted a baby when she was between eating zucchini, and then her and Gabe have a lot of sex. They do a lot of sex. You know. Gabe, he's the one that made her pregnant. He's the one that said fuck you menopause, and Xeno's the one that said fuck you menopause too. You know. No. I mean, no, I don't think Xena and Huston are going to get back together. You know? Except one time my godmother Xena, my godmother Xena she met up with him one time, and he said that she was a slut for gotten pregnant again. You know. Yeah, they're good. They're good to me. You know. So it is what it is. You know. All right, that's it. I'm Jordan Long. I'll see you all later. I want to thank everybody for being a part of this live stream. I think he's okay. My godmother Xena thinks he's okay. I think he's okay. Okay, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this live stream that I was doing. I'll see you all later. Thank you.